Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the IRT Winter Cup for version 3. My name is Indigo, and alongside me tonight is the GOAT, which is Stefan. Hoe gaat het, mate?
It's going okay, my friend. Okay, my friend. Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Yes, the last Winter Cup we had was 11 months ago, of course, back in December, and what a time that was, because we had loads and loads of different drivers representing different teams and loads of different rules. But I will read you the rules for tonight and the lineup, but I'll read the lineup first. So, for Team 1, it is Jeremy and Dave, and I heard you say something, Stephen. What did you say?
It's raining, but that shouldn't be a problem. Why the hell not? But you can carry on now. So I actually didn't expect the rain to be there, but oh well, a different challenge.
Team 1, Jeremy and Dave. Team 2, Casper and Frank. Team 3, Damien and Darkblade. Team 4, Spyros and Kenny. Team 5, Leon and Phil. The Germans and the Brits. Team 6, Nick and Chris. Team 7, Simon and Xantatatos. Team 8, Alex and Marley. Team 9, Slash and Chrissy. So that should be an interesting team, and we'll read you out the rules as well. So for the first race in Miami, it is the general rules. These challenges are about fun. It's not about winning and beating each other. The rules are very easy to break, and we cannot track them properly. So make sure you put your dignity ahead and keep it polite for the event. Don't know why I did that, because that's the rule. But the challenges I'll get onto now. So the Grinch challenge, the imposters / crewmates will be announced in the thread before the start of the race. You must finish in a certain position, which will be told in the thread. Don't tell each other who the imposter is. Guess the imposter after the race. You'll guess as a team, not an individual. Write down your answer in the thread where both of you have agreed to it. Damage off. 10 points if you agree. And the race is underway then. So here we go down towards turn 1 as Phil goes up the inside. Though it goes to Car's team. So I take it that is a rule.
Yes, that's a rule. So ghosting is on for this race, and the teams have to finish in a certain position. Only 8 teams know exactly where they have to finish, but one team doesn't, which makes the challenge rather interesting. So yeah, one team is basically imposter called the Grinch, and teams in here have to guess who the imposters are after the race, which makes it rather interesting.
So only one team. So let me get this straight. So 7 teams know who the. So how do you figure this one out then? I'm confused.
Exactly. That's up to the teams themselves. So one team doesn't know where to finish, and they have to guess where the people are driving. But then if they act too suspicious, then people call them out. For example, it's a bit like Among Us. Among Us is also like if you act too sus, then people call you out and you get voted out. It's basically the same concept. If you're, for example, last with the Santanos, then people may call them out on it. So that's the difficulty about the challenge. But if people know where to drive and stuff, then hey, then they can guess it correctly. So that's what makes it fun about it. And many people are currently in front, like Leon and Phil. They are currently in a certain position. I'm not gonna say it on stream because people may be listening. I know the end position where they have to finish, the crewmate, basically, but one team doesn't, of course. The driver that finishes in the correct position gets gets points as well. That's just added because to avoid people backing off and guessing incorrectly. If teams do guess incorrectly, so let's say Phil and Leon are crewmates and they guess the imposter wrong, then they will give the imposters points. If that makes sense.
It does for a certain degree, but it is very interesting. I'm glad you're here because I have no idea of like who is the crewmate and who is the imposter. I think you know who the imposters are, don't you? Because you made this game up.
Let me add you to all the threads so you can see all the teams as well, and then you can scroll up.
There is one person acted suspicious, which is Santi. He's done in 16th place, 4 seconds off the pace, and he's got a 3-second time penalty. So let's say that he could be the sus one because he's in last place and he's 3.5 seconds down into. So and he's got a 3 second time penalty, so he's actually sort of started the back into 4 seconds away now.
For example, yeah, but it also could be someone in the midfield who is just really smart so far in acting up. For example, Leon. I don't think Leon quite understands the challenge as he's pulling away quite nicely from the field. But if you look in the midfield now, it's quite close. So that could be in a position right there, or in the back. But it's just so difficult to guess for the imposters. So where you have to finish exactly, which makes it so much fun.
I understand this challenge now. So this certain person has to finish in a certain position, and they only got one more lap, or this lap to do it. So the person currently so far needs to gain a few more places, let's just say, to get themselves in a certain place. But yeah, this is very interesting indeed. How is this person going to play it out? How is this person going to put themselves in order? Because Leon is slowing down now.
As Dave is unfortunately crashed out there, so does he have maybe some damage or something? Oh, damage is off, so that's wrong already, but well, the first turn is going rather well, but it's really tight in the midfield, so it looks like you have to either finish like 2nd or like 10th. We're just not sure of this rate, but look how many cars there inside each other currently. Just look at that.
Yeah, it's going to be so confusing, and it's going to be so hard to predict how to finish this race. How are you going to plan this out? You literally can't. You just got to pray for the best that you finish in that certain position. But the rest of the crewmates are doing a good job, and this person needs to find. This needs to. This person's going to struggle to do this. Let's just say.
But that was making it so much fun, and some people you can just ghost inside each other. It's all about timing right now, and look how much.
I can't find this person. So here we are then, as they all cross the line to finish the Vegas race. Not the Vegas race, the Miami race. And this person, can I say it or not?
No, you can't say it, because people, now the challenge is you have to guess who the imposter is.
Yeah.
You have to guess who the imposter is. There's one team who... there's one team that is a bit suspicious, and people have to guess now.
But on I'm not gonna say anything. I can't say anything
we
just
can't
in
say
case.
yet until it's announced.
So, Stephen, I think I can say this if I think about it.
No.
So, no, I'm not going to announce the results.
Oh, you don't know who it is yet, of course, or.
I do. I'm tagged to the chat.
We won't say anything yet. People can do the predictions, so we'll see. This is where it becomes interesting. So
wait. I am. Hold up a sec. I can see everything now. Yeah, I understand.
There's guesses coming in now.
Yeah, people are saying the.
People. We're gonna give them a couple of seconds to guess.
Who is the imposter and who is the crewmate? As all the drivers are guessing in the chat, and we can see who is going to be the crewmate and who is the imposter. Let's see who challenges them. Right. Do you know what? It's got some pretty good guesses in here. Not gonna lie.
Some people, I mean, some have locked in the answers. So let's see.
I mean, Alex is speaking German, even though he's Dutch. No, Alex is speaking German, so I can't really tell what he's saying.
Yeah, we can't say about that yet.
This is really interesting because I've had a look at all the teams, and it's just like I have to flick through Team 1, Team 2, and 2, 3 all the time to see what they said. But I can tell you this, but some of them have got it right.
Some are correct.
So, Stephen, I'm going to send you a private message and just reply to me on Discord.
Okay, let me guess. That's correct, Jamie.
So I do understand it then.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I understand it now because I was looking at the wrong thing, but I understand who the imposters are right now, and I don't exactly know where they finished because I was too busy focused on the race. So let's hope for the imposters' sake they got it right. And by the way, that's some nice graphics we've seen so far. So credit to the graphic design. I see. I understand why some people have chosen that team to be the imposter, but
Okay, let me guess. I'm gonna check now who's all voted. They haven't. Okay, they've looked in. They've looked in. They've looked in. They've looked in.
Stefan,
Hold up.
Leon just said, "Are you in Cloud 9 again?" What does that mean?
No, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I don't know. Doesn't matter. We gotta focus anyway. Okay, everyone has looked in the answers. I'm gonna share the answer now.
Team 1 are the imposters. It is Dave and Jeremy.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly do the standings on whoever got it correct. So, I'm gonna quickly do that whilst we're on it. So I'm gonna quickly... Yeah, tough luck, mate. Tough luck. So, people. So they get 5 points. They get 0. I need to check who finished P6 as well, so...
Yeah, I tried to keep it out of that, but I
P6
couldn't figure it out.
Was Simon, so Simon gets 5 points as well.
So are you saying that all the teams except T1 were trying to finish a P6? So while Stevan does the stand-ins, I will read you out the rules for...
Yeah, please do that.
The Italia Grand Prix. So, Person's Delivery Challenge, 18-minute qualifying session, ghosting on. Am I reading the right rules out here? Because it says...
Second race, below, yes.
So, 18-minute qualifying session, ghosting on. No rules. You can complete as many laps as possible within the time, damage off. So that is the rules for the Italian Grand Prix. What is the exact point of this race one, Stephen?
Basically, you have to complete a race as quickly as possible, which makes it rather exciting. So yeah, you can basically cut every corner. The rules are off.
Oh yeah, I know this one now.
So it's basically it's what Team Ed Marduk used to do. Basically on like F120. Yeah, did you know the amount of things he? How do I say it correctly?
I've watched his videos. I've watched his videos in the past, but I don't really watch F1 F1 YouTube videos anymore, except obviously Formula 1 itself. But I don't really watch YouTubers anymore that do F1.
Okay, I need to do the ranking. It was actually better for you to host, but it's fine. First, let me find all the people with points. I'll just do it afterwards. I at least got it correct now. Okay, now I'm gonna do the rules quickly. Set them up, everything. Weekend structure. So we're gonna have a 80-minute qualifying session. And then,
Oh, I just
so
saw the
qualifying.
I just saw the comments that Leo just made there, so I ain't gonna repeat that one out. But yeah, I do. Yes, Leon. Yes, Leon. I do remember, mate. Don't worry.
But let's not share that too much. Rules and flags off.
You must be talking about Spain then, Leon, if you're talking about that. But yeah, we won't go any more further into detail.
Spain. Okay, rules, are they ready? Let me check.
All thanks to our good friend Nico, apparently. But yeah, Nico, still league racing in the Liga commentates. That's good to see, and still doing a good job. Surprised that you didn't catch him, but it's all good.
Okay, let me check. Ghosting on or rules. Yes, damage should be off. Yeah, I think we're ready to go. I think. Okay, I'm gonna do quick calculations of the points, and then we're good to go. So that's good.
Right, so we're ready for the Italian Grand Prix in Monza, and the rules are do as many laps as you can before the timer runs out. How many laps people get up to? What do you think, Stephen? How many laps do you think people could do?
Honestly, it's all about you, how many laps you can complete in qualifying. So there's 80 minutes in total to complete. Yeah, so there's 80-minute qualifying session and you've got as many tires left. It's up to you to complete the lap. You can cut as many corners you want, you can cut grass. And so yeah, that's up to you how you're gonna play that. So you can cut turn 1, you can cut turn 4 entirely. It's how you cut the chicane basically.
Is it all about getting the fastest ever lap? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
in
the
this?
fastest
Yeah, that's
ever lap.
Makes sense now. Makes sense.
We want to deliver the presents to the people as quickly as possible.
Yes, that joke went over my head there. Presents delivery challenge. God, that joke went over my head. But yeah, I get it now. I've done this challenge before. I've done it also in France as well. Mons is one of them. Canada's one of them.
I actually wanted to do France on this, but unfortunately it wasn't available. So
available.
Sucks. Yeah, the France has been removed from F1.
Has it?
Yeah, France not on this game.
How come?
I got aware. I'm not sure, but yeah, you just have to accept that.
I didn't know. I didn't even notice that, but that's a shame.
Either way, the people who finished first, it's stock setup by the way, so it doesn't really matter pure performance. The guy who finishes first gets 20 points, and it goes all the way down to 4 points. So if you're 16th, you score 4 points. If you're 15th, you score 5 points, and you work all the way up from that. So it's all about getting the fastest time around the circuit. And see already people going on mediums, but the tire doesn't really matter because you just have to cut the chicane as much as you can.
It's all about having the lowest wings around here. The lowest wings. Definitely all about straight line speed around here. Don't need to worry about any braking zones or how the car performs. Maybe the first two Lesbos you'll be very wary about. Maybe that's where some people might lose a bit of time in the first two Lesbos, how they approach it in general. But this could be very interesting. So we're going to see who's the first one out of the circuit that's going to complete it. Mediums or soft compound tires. They can use the softer strategy as well because the softer strategy gives you 4 sets of the soft compound tires.
And look at that, you can already see many people cutting the chicane and trying to get as much time as possible. The less modes are going to be very difficult because, of course, if you try to track extend, you may just lose out and spin like Bortoletto did in F2. So that's going to be interesting how teams are going to approach that.
Here we are there with Dave. Then Dave coming around the final corner now with somebody right behind him as Dave exits the final corner where we saw that massive crash in Formula 3 with that sausage curb. And we saw Charles Leclerc as well hit the barriers there back in 2020 when he lost the car and caused that red flag. But here we are then down the straight as you'll see him go straight on in the distance there. Cuts in the corner. But don't those bollards slow you down a little bit when you hit them?
It should do, but after the second and third laps they are removed, so we should be able to just go for it completely. And there you go, rules are off, so you can just cut the entire corner. But where are you gonna brake? That's also very important because you're going.
The first two Lesbo then in 4th and 5th gear for Den as he applies the DRS once again on this second straight. Surprised DRS is activated here because it's a short straight, right? Not the back straight where it leads down into Parabolica. But here we are then, cutting the chicane, the famous Ascari chicane as he uses all the track on the outside as he can before we make our way down towards Parabolica. Let's see how he takes it because Parabolica can't cut anywhere. You just got to take the normal racing line through here. So braking at the 50-meter board, down to the gears, goes a bit wide at the exit there as he gets back on the throttle. And then Dave with the first one to set a lap time here as he crossed the line. That was going to be a 9.8 there. And let's see, can anybody else beat him?
And we got Darkblade joining now the session as the echte Chrisu has left. And people, you can actually reverse because rules are off. So that's actually a smart thing. I actually didn't talk about that, but people have actually played it quite well here, that you can reverse back. I actually didn't talk about that. We actually have now another driver joining by Darkblade, who missed the first race unfortunately, but he can join for the second lap there. So it's gonna be exciting. Team 3 will have one race multiplied, and Team 4 will have every race multiplied.
Casper Flack is back in the pit lane. IRT Phil is the one that says fast time. Now Skibby goes towards the top of the time machines with a 9.3 and he's 2,000 quicker than Phil in P2. Can you believe it, how close they all are?
I actually think like the times will rapidly come down because you're gonna adapt to the circuit and you still have got 40 minutes left to actually set a lap. And you can do 2 runs maybe as well, so maybe just lower down the fuel and just adapt to the circuit and to know where you find time.
And Casper Fly did his best time in the mediums, didn't he? Look at him in 3rd place.
Yeah, he did really well there. Marley now up to 6th place there. So basically we can see everyone within the 10th most likely at the end there. Or set 8 or something. It's gonna be actually crazy how people are gonna approach this. I'm looking forward to the rest of this qualify session. It's basically just getting as many laps in as possible here, to be honest. There's not really a right way to approach this.
You can approach it anyway, as long as you haven't got a lot of fuel in the car, or not breaking breaking into the first chicane or second chicane. But it's currently Skibby DeVriel who's currently on pole with a 9.3 and 2,000 quicker than Phil as well in P2. Elsewhere on the track, I think we've got Phil and Nick on the track. Yes, he is 2/10 over the middle sector. Look at him flying through over the Ascari chicane now as he floors it in 8th gear as we head down towards Parabolica. So Nick currently in P5 with a 9.4. Currently, he's actually a 4/10 slower. No, a 4/10 slower than Skippy DeVille in P1. But Nick is about to better that lap time as he makes his way towards the checkered flag or across the line right now at 9.0. Wow, what a lap time indeed. That's a fantastic lap time at 9.0. 3/10 quicker than Skippy DeVille in P2. I think he's going for another flying lap as he makes his way towards the end of the first set. 800s up he is, so definitely improving. Look at the different lines they take through there as they all try to experiment which way is the right way to go. But goes a bit deep into the first Lesbo, so that'll definitely cost him. It's easy to just run over the chicanes, but it's still got to make up the time in the first and second Lesmo because it can be quite difficult, those two corners there, especially when you go flat out all the way towards the first Lesmo because you don't approach the first or second Lesmo in full speed because you got that second chicane. So you got to adapt to that very quickly as well.
Yeah, Phil's got up to second as well, and you don't really know how you're gonna approach this, and that's the fun thing about it. And yeah, and overall, like, because it's completely different to how you actually approach, because of course you have to stick within the white lines, and now it's just going fully sent, which makes it hilarious at the same time. Also, I'm trying to get Jeremy back in the session, as he's unfortunately disconnected. I'll try to get him back in.
You can tell that Zanti Totas is doing a very good job as well because being very clever with the track limits. He's using all of the exit trackers he could possibly get away with because it's easy to validate in the second Lesmo, but obviously the rules are off, so he could do that and validate the second Lesmo, gain more time. Here he is coming towards the parabolic corner now. Let's see what lap time he could set as he makes his way towards the line. It could be the quickest one, you know. No, it's not at 9.3. He goes up into P4 just behind us. Casper Flack goes into P2. The PSGL F1 driver, Stevan?
Yeah, I think it's F1 or F2. I'm not being really paying much attention to PSL apart from its IRT drivers, so screw you, Casper. But I
Yeah.
hope he's in F1 because he deserves the best. He's really fast this game, as his teammate this version, Frank Jorni, goes 1,000 behind his teammate, but no one seems to get near Nick. Nick has done a really impressive lap there, nearly getting into the 8s.
Do you know what? Despite going off the track, I love to see all the different lines they take going off the track, like which way they're going to go to minimize the distance. Then Dave taking the outside line this time, going in towards Ascari. Here he is, our Parabolica. He is up by 4 tenths, even going off the track there to gain more time as he crossed the line out. Is this going to be quickest? No, it's not at 9.4. He goes up into P9. But yeah, like you said, nobody is challenging Nick so far as he heads down towards turn 1. In fact, as he heads down to cut the chicane. Do you know what? Steve, I know this is a mental idea, but if they got rid of that first chicane, if they got rid of it, I don't think they will because they don't need to, because the track's good. Oh, Alex the G goes quickest now with a 9.052. But let's say in another universe, if they did get rid of that first chicane, do you think that racing could be more interested going down towards the second chicane as the first corner, or do you think it's a bit too dangerous?
I think that's so dangerous because they had the chicane in 2001 or 2000, sorry, and like 4 or 5 cars crashed against each other with high speed. Imagine if that's full ascent. It's basically like Tamburello, and if your car fails into that corner, then you're gonna have a heavy crash there. So that's never ever gonna happen. If it does happen, then my oh my, you're gonna have such fast corner because you could lead into at the exit of Parabolica, then retake and then drop behind the car who's overtaking you, and then overtake him back. I think because it's that long, it must be like a kilometer, at least kilometer and a half. Do you know how long the straight is from Parabolica to turn 1 now, originally?
I don't know, mate. The only straight I know is the Qatar one, which is 1 kilometer long, and the Las Vegas one, which is 1.8 kilometers down towards turn 14. That's the only length I know. But Kenny is going for a loud time. Here he is then in his nicely livery car. 3 tenths up in the middle sector is Kenny as he just skips over the chicane, cuts in the corners completely. And let's see then, how many laps have people completed so far? Does it tell us how many laps to do?
I think it does. I think if you check Race Direct, I think most have done like 4 laps, which is really interesting. Let me check Alex, for example. Yeah, if you check Race Director, most have done 3 laps, and you're just past halfway, so we can expect another 2 to 3 laps if people flick spin again, which they aren't doing. Kenny's gone to 5th, now back to 6th, as Phil has improved to a 9.227. A bit ahead of Kenny, but look at the times, how close they are in the midfield from Casper to Leon. That's 80 thousandths between 5 cars. Am I saying that's correct?
Have
Yeah,
a
I think 5
look.
cars.
Have a look at Casper Flag. The man is 2 tenths up in the middle sector, plus his best lap time was on the mediums. Dark Blaze got second, but here comes Casper now towards the line. It's going to be an 8.8, and he currently sets the fastest time by under 2 tenths there. So the first man in the eights finally, and that is on the softcore power tyres there. So well done to Casper there for setting the best time. But Dark Blaze's time is also intriguing because he set his best time on the medium powered tyres. So we're still waiting for him to do the softcore powered tyres. Azante goes into P2 with a 9.0, currently 1100s quicker than Alex the G in P3. Frank is currently a few hundreds down in the middle sector there, so he's currently lost a bit of time on his final lap so far.
Can I quickly interrupt you, Jamie?
Of course you can.
The reason why Slash has retired because he picked max balanced on his setup. It is of course preset setup, but he didn't pick top speed, so on the straight he's just losing so much time. So that's why he's down to 10.7 and can't get more time out of it. Oh, I feel for the poor lad, to be honest. That's hilarious.
It's a shame for Slash because you're not able to take part. You can't do anything about it, especially when you need a top speed, especially when there's no rules as well around here about the Temple of Speed, as it's called. Alex the G is coming towards Parabolica now. The German driver out of the chicane, out of the corner he goes, and that's a nice line through there. Let's see what he's going to do as he heads into the pit lane then. So Nick is coming out there on the mediums adjustedly, but it's quite interesting because we see some people on the medium powered tyres, but I think the sauce needs to be used because you still got the first two Lesbos to negotiate, and obviously you need those grip in the high speed, low speed corners, and Parabolica too, as Nick goes into the final corner now as he uses off the track there. Nick is coming towards the line. Let's see what he does. A 9.0. He does improve his own time by 15 hundredths of a second as Phil goes into P2 now with an 8.8, and he's currently 2400 slower there than Casper Flag.
Honestly, like, tires don't really matter as much apart from like 2 to 3 corners. So, and it really allows your strategy to come up more often. As you don't know how you can approach this, people, you may select the mediums first and then go into the softs, but also with the lower temperatures. Yeah, it's really difficult gamble to go for. And, it brings a whole different dimension, honestly, to qualifying, because it's just basically flat out.
I know you guys take the mick out of me in a good way, but for a joke about myself, Steve, I'd still use Racer Line for Lesbo 1 and 2 and Parabolica. You get it?
Maybe. I'm not a funny lad, so I didn't quite understand the reference.
Because obviously, guys, IRT is supposed to be no line, but I still use line here for this event.
Yeah, but you're a commentator. Oh my god.
You finally get it?
It just sunk in. Yeah. Oh my god. I won't get further into that. I don't think that's the best thing to do. I prefer not to speak really. Let's just focus on qualifying. I'll start playing this lap. I know exactly where you're going, and we're not going further in it for any seconds.
No, we're not talking about. I'm talking about racing line, not anything else. No other lines.
Yeah, no lines.
Oh my god. Oh, you turned the joke back on me.
Yeah.
Oh no.
As Casper has run wide a bit too much and into the gravel, and he must spit now. We're talking about everything really. There's only 3 minutes left now of this qualifying session. So how are people gonna approach this then? As Dave is going towards the line now, he does a 9.0 and moves up to 5th from I think it was 15th. So good lap there from Dave so far.
Steve, Tropic says it sounds like someone is doing a line. That's you with your inhaling.
Oh yeah, great one. Yeah. I'm used to that. I'm used to having many lines on F1.
No, I mean like I'm talking about line as in. Oh, I'm not gonna say it, but like the way
this right now.
No, but Stephen, I haven't heard you say those famous words yet.
Oh, indeed. Is that the one?
Yep, those are the words. Indeed.
That's my favorite saying, always. That's my favorite saying of all. So I used to be commentator a bit, and for some reason, I just said that after Jamie completed the sentence, so I became an official meme, which I'm glad about.
A good meme. Everyone loved it because it was so funny because you didn't even know yourself. But every single race, every single commentator we did, every single session, or multiple times in the race, after I stopped speaking, Steve I would say, indeed, indeed, every time. And he wouldn't notice until we said it. But it is funny.
Yeah, I got like tagged from everyone. I saw like on Discord one time, my name was indeed, and it's like, wait, what? I was so confused about it, which was just hilarious. Anyway, we've got 1 minute left of this qualifying session. People on their final runs, so it's actually time to focus on this actual qualifying lap now. As Phil's taking in rather wide line to get as much top speed. Nick has gone up to third place, just ahead of En Santatos. Well, who's good lap right there. So that's everyone just cutting the chicane to the max to get as much top speed into the professional, the actual sector one. So yeah, what do you think of this qualifying session so far then, Jamie?
I enjoyed it, mate, because I've seen a lot of different tactics being used, and we also haven't talked about one thing as well: the EOS deployment usage. I think they're using all of it in the last sector. I've seen nobody really use it in the first sector either. So because you're full throttle, you're guaranteed to be out of deployment because obviously you've got heavy braking zones. But here we are. Then we've got IRT Leon coming out the final corner now as he makes his way towards the line. It's going to be an 9.0 as he goes into P3, just ahead of Nick there, who's coming in a lap time as Phil is going towards the end of the middle set. So Phil is coming 1100s up as he takes the nice wide line on the grass. I've seen people take the inside and the outside too. So that's very interesting how all these guys are approaching it differently here. Phil's coming towards the parabolic corner. Ekti goes into P4 ahead of Nick, and here comes Phil now. Can he beat Casper Flack as he makes his way towards the line? It's going to be, yes, he can, by 300ths of a second ahead of Casper, but Casper is 1/10 up in the middle sector. So let's see, can Casper keep it nice and tidy, coming towards Parabolica, breaking at the 50-meter ball, get close to the curve there, bringing it out wide, then gets it back on the power. Here comes Casper Flack then, with the overtake he has left, towards the line. Is he going to beat Phil? Yes, he is, by 900ths of a second there, and he gets back on pole. Or shall I say, he sets the fastest ever time around Monza, and he currently wins the challenge. But Mr. Chris goes up into P2 at the very late stages there, as we still got other people. As Zante is currently 300s down in the middle sector as he rides over Ascari there. So let's see if there's any more left in the tank as Alex the G stays in P8. Zante coming towards now Parabolica. I'm surprised there's massive gaps considering we'll have to cut the whole track. Here comes Zante, who goes off into the gravel and loses the car and ends up in the wall the wrong way round as his qualifier is done and dusted. But Casper Flack is on pole. That's the team that won the imposter. No, it's not. It's the other team. But well done to Casper's team there. Fantastic job indeed, as he says the fastest ever time around Monza.
Yeah, insane qualifying there. And despite it, you only being able to straight line and stuff, there's still a massive difference. A bigger difference than I expected at least. For like at least between a second between first and 16th. Well, there's only some corners where you can really improve. So that's actually rather interesting to see how some people adapted so fast to a certain track.
Dark Blade and Frank did their best time on the mediums. They were on the soft compound tyres in some of the stages, but the best time came for the mediums there, so that's quite intriguing. Only 3/10 away as well was Dark Blade to Casper. But Team 1 is Casper. No, Team 2, sorry, is Casper and Frank. Casper's in first, and Frank's down at P13. Mr. Chris doing his team favours with Nick as well, so well done to Nick and Chris there for getting as high up as possible. But Casper did a great job, and it's nice to see Dark Blade too, because Dark Blade did leave the session, but he's back in it now, so Damien does have a teammate, but Damien's not even here either.
Damien is here.
Oh yeah, sorry, Skibbity Real, that's him, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Skibbit. Can you scroll down to like Jamie?
17th.
Yeah, 17th, please, so I can get the standings in. So I don't forget.
Leon and Phil, the same team, P3 and P4, so well done to them. Great effort from those two.
Exactly, there's some interesting people end up somewhere else, so that's good to see. I'm gonna quickly do the standings as people can retire from the race now, so that's good.
What was that ghost called from the Christmas past? I can't remember. But Jav says, what a commentary duo, me and Steven. We haven't commentated me and
Yeah,
Steven
yeah.
since. When was the last time we commentated together, Steven?
23?
Was
23?
I can't remember.
F1 23. I have not bought F1 24, and thanks to you, I actually managed game share. So yeah. So thanks to you, I can actually be here because otherwise you'll be on your own throughout
Yeah.
it, and that would be mayhem.
Yep, it would be mayhem indeed, but everyone's going to retire for the session because we're going to graduate to the next level. So we'll see then what the rules are for the next race. I did get a glimpse of it, but I can't remember what it's called. But
You can check it out now, so you can read it a bit.
so the next one is the Snowstorm Challenge. 5-lap race, alternative circuit cannot be completed on lap 1. Damage off goes on. Alternative line will be checked by the commentators, me and Stevan. MotoGP line, footage alternative line, watch here, as you'll see the bikes go through turn 2 and turn 3, the slow chicane, because to give you context, in 2020, there was a massive crash going up towards the fast kink of turn 2, going towards turn 3. Franco Morbidelli and Johan Zarco crashed into turn 2, and their bikes were still going at full speed because those two fell off the bikes and the bikes kept going as they had forward momentum. And it was Maverick Vinales and Valentino Rossi who had the breakers on at turn 3 already. The bikes almost smashed into Valentino Rossi and Maverick Vinales, and it almost wiped them out, almost caused a big accident, but luckily only 2 of them crashed, which was a slow speak. Well, it was a big crash, but at the same time, both riders were okay. But it could have been much worse because if the bikes went into Rossi or Vinales, then the consequence, the outcome will be a lot different, and there'll be a lot of big stories going on. But at the same time, it thankfully didn't. That's the same time Valentino Rossi retired as well in that year, after 2020. But yeah, so after 2020, that chicane was there, so it slows the riders down and makes sure that thing never happens again. Now, unfortunately, I got to disagree with that chicane. That's turn 2 and turn 3. I think it's fine enough as it is. There's plenty of different MotoGP tracks where are dangerous, and if you're going to moderate turn 2, then you might as well moderate other corners because other corners are equally as dangerous than that. But because we had a big crash there, they had to go change it. I disagree with that. I'm sorry.
In my opinion, I've seen the chicane. I've played it myself on MotoGP.
F1 MotoGP.
F1 MotoGP? Wow. I
That's
played
what you
myself
said.
on MotoGP. Wow, damn, great. I played it on MotoGP, and it's actually a good corner. You go in with less speed, but now the drivers will test them on the F1 game. I do have to say, there's a slight change to it, as the corner, the MotoGP line, the second part of the chicane is blocked off. So thankfully Chris has shared in a clip on how you exactly should take that corner, and the people should take this alternative line once during this race. You can't do it on lap 1. You can only do it on lap 2, 3, 4 and 5. And you must complete once and stick within the white lines, like Chris perfectly shared with me, and so it is perfectly done.
That chicane, though, has provided some good racing. Marc Marquez, Pecco Bagnaia, Jorge Martin has showed some fantastic overtakes in that chicane. A few people have got down in that chicane because you arrive there at such great speed. If you go out wide too much, you will go down. But I really wish that chicane was gone because I think it should be as it is. Yes, we had that massive incident, but that shouldn't be the reason why the chicane is there in the first place, because it's a part of racing, really. All tracks are dangerous. We all got dangerous parts of a track, and sometimes it has to be modified and sometimes it don't. The reason why things are modified in F1 is because to make racing better. Yeah, that's the only reason why. There's nobody. We haven't really had, except Imola, we had to change it to a chicane because of that fast left-hander. We had to change it because of a massive incident. But other than that, there haven't really been many changes to F1, other than a few corners being modified to improve the racing of F1.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm glad they did because of course the Imola is one to come up, which
Yep.
was not great. Uh, so glad that was changed. Yeah, safety has been massively improved ever since then. So I'm really happy with that. I'm just quickly doing the standing, so I won't be as active now, and then I'll come back to you once this is done. I only need to submit 3 teams and then calculate the points, and then yeah, and then I can share it with all of you. Let me quickly change this the settings as well before we go on.
I do remember one race, as Damien says, does every driver have to do the line?
Wow. Does every driver have to do it? Oh.
I gotta tell you that the MotoGP race in 2021 was one of the best ever. Best ever races I've ever witnessed in MotoGP. We had like,
Hey, we've mentioned enough about MotoGP. I like MotoGP, but we've mentioned enough of it now, fella.
what was that accent?
I don't know what we've mentioned enough MotoGP, man.
It was one of the best races ever.
Cool.
Come on, MotoGP is a part of F1 as well. It's a massive family.
I guess it is in a sense.
We do have crossover between MotoGP and F1.
Hold up. Hold up. Hold up, I'll be right back.
No worries, mate.
People are seeing something else, which is
Also, guys, while we've got this waiting period, let's go talk about F1 still. What is your opinions on Liam Lawson joining the Red Bull team? Give me your opinions on that. I'll give you my opinions. I do feel sorry for Yuki Tsunoda, but at the same time, Red Bull made the decision to choose Liam Lawson. So let's say that Liam Lawson does not do well this season or next year, so shall I say, then Yuki Tsunoda will probably get the seat. But apparently, Red Bull have seen something different in Liam Lawson than Yuki Tsunoda. There's a lot of mixed opinions about it. I do feel sorry for Yuki, not gonna lie. He does deserve the Red Bull seat, but it's how the game goes sometimes. Business is business. I've heard some really strong opinions that Yuki Tsunoda doesn't really deserve to be in F1 because of the Honda partnership, but at the same time, Yuki has also done a fantastic job as well in the Toro Rosso slash AlphaTauri. No, he wasn't even a Toro Rosso, sorry. AlphaTauri, there we go. AlphaTauri and RB. But yeah, it's just how the sport works sometimes, and we'll see how Liam Lawson does in the Red Bull. If he doesn't do well, then Tsunoda could possibly get promoted. But to be in a junior team for 4 or 5 years and not get the heads up to go, I think it's time for Yuki Tsunoda to find somewhere different, like Pierre Gasly did when he got demoted down towards AlphaTauri. Go somewhere different and try and explore new opportunities. Maybe the Aston Martin partnership might work, but we'll never know. It depends if Lord Stroll gets his ass out of Aston Martin finally, once and for all. Of course, Liam Lawson has raced in F1 for 11 races now. He did join in 2023 when he replaced Daniel Ricciardo in Zandvoort after a broken wrist with a crash with Oscar Piastri, or shall I say, next to Oscar Piastri. When Piastri crashed first into turn 3, then I think it was Daniel Ricciardo who had a surprise reaction and went to the wall himself. Then Liam Lawson joined for Zandvoort, Monza and Singapore, and that's where Liam Lawson did shine in Singapore as he scored his first points in Formula 1, out-qualifying Max Verstappen and getting himself into Q3, which was a massive surprise indeed. Because the Singapore Grand Prix was the only race. Steve, are you okay, mate? You sound like you're stressing.
Yeah, people are kind of annoying me. So, well, it's fine. It's fine. You can carry on, Jamie, with your commentary.
I'm a bit worried about Liam Lawson actually, about how he's going to do in Red Bull. Could it be just a massive flop? Or is it actually going to work? How is Liam Lawson going to do? He's not really had a lot of time to prepare because he's always came in mid-season. For example, 2023 mid-season and 2024 as well. So Lawson has finally got some time to prepare and get used to the Red Bull car and see how it handles. Plus, he's been a reserve driver too for Red Bull and RB, AlphaTauri. So he's got a lot of experience of how it works, etc. With standing in the back of the garage, looking at the data, it's not going to work, says Jeremy. Well, I'll tell you this, Jeremy. What if the Red Bull second seat is never going to work? Like, for example, Tsunoda, Lawson, if they're in it. Well, obviously Lawson's going to be in it, but Tsunoda's going to be in it. What if the second Red Bull seat, no one can make it work? What if Red Bull missed the opportunity to get Carlos Sainz? Carlos Sainz was there, but Red Bull never took him. But talk about Carlos Sainz, I do feel sorry for him because he's going from a Ferrari to a Williams. So Carlos Sainz, his career has gone downhill because him go to Williams. I'd rather him go to Audi because you know that Audi's going to be a manufacturer team. That's going to have all the resources, the money, the fundamentals of it. But we know that Nico Hulkenberg and Gabriel Bortoleto. Guys, guess what? I found something very interesting as well. There's been a lot of what's the word? What's that word? Begins with C. I forgot what it's called. Oh, it's not conspiracy theories. It's what's it called? When something happens and it happens. Oh God, I don't even know what it means. Conspiracy, not conspiracy. Coincidence. There it is. A coincidence. There's been a lot of coincidences between 2024 and 2025 season, or 2014 and 2025. So 2014, Vettel won his 4th championship in a row in Red Bull. 2025, Verstappen won his 4th championship in Red Bull, 4 in a row in Red Bull. In 2014, Vettel has his first child. In 2025, Verstappen had his first child. 2014, a driver from Down Under, Ricciardo, joins Red Bull from the sister team. 2025, a driver from Down Under, Liam Lawson, joins Red Bull from the sister team. 2014, Red Bull Junior Reserve driver, Danny Kvyat debuts in Toro Rosso. 2025, Red Bull Junior driver, Hajar, debuts in Racing Bulls. 2014, Webber, Red Bull driver, retires from F1. 2025, Perez, Red Bull driver, retires from F1. 2014, ex-Ferrari driver moves to Williams, Massa. 2025, ex-Ferrari driver Sainz moves to Williams. 2014, an ex-world champion Raikkonen joins Ferrari. 2025, an ex-world champion Hamilton joins Ferrari. Monaco in 2014, the first race in 2014 is the 16th of March in Australia. 2025, first race of the 16th of March is Australia. 2014, Monaco on the 25th of May. 2025, Monaco on the 25th of May. 2014, Silverstone is held on the 6th of July. 2025, same thing. Monza will take place the 7th of September, 2014 and 2025. 2014 and 2025, Brazil on the 9th of November. 2014, Hulkenberg switches teams from Sauber to Force India. 2025, Hulkenberg switches teams from Haas to Sauber. 2014, sixth place GP2 driver Magnussen debuts in F1. 2025, sorry, sixth place F2 driver Antonelli debuts in F1. Apologies about the language there from Stefan.
Rules.
2014, Magnussen begins his F1 journey. 2025, sorry, Magnussen ends his journey in F1. So there's been a lot of similarities and coincidences so far. I found it on one of the facts I've seen. Here we are then, we're going into the Austria Grand Prix, and let's see then what's going to happen here in Styria. Returned to F1 in 2014 after an 11-year hiatus. Nico Rosberg won the Grand Prix, and it was Williams who took pole with Felipe Massa, their final pole in Formula 1, with Felipe Massa.
Yeah, Felipe Massa, 24, that seems like a while ago. Like, that was like 1.89 they did, and now doing 1.3.
How do you remember that? I thought it was an 8.6.
8.6 something. It was like ridiculously high, now doing like 1.3s. So, times have rapidly improved, and those cars are actually really slow. Like, on some tracks, even, an F1 car was slower. So, that just sums it up.
The best
fast the cars have got.
Was the best ever time at 2.9 from Valtteri Bottas in 2020?
Yeah, the 2020 cars, for example, were ridiculously quick. But now we're gonna see the alternative circuit. They can't do it on lap 1. Also, we now have 15 people, so some people have been kicked out.
Here we go then, the start of the Austrian Grand Prix as we head down towards turn 1. Ghosting is on our course, but let's see then what's going to happen here. This is a snowstorm challenge, so I didn't read the rest of the rules out. The first lap you can use any gears. The second lap you must choose one of the selected gears, third, fourth, fifth or sixth.
This one.
Oh, sorry.
That's not this one challenge. I'll explain it a bit. So this one, the snowstorm challenge, you have to complete one lap on the alternative circuit, which is the MotoGP line. The Christmas Advent challenge, which is basically like you have an Advent calendar per day, and then that's for the next race, the gears, where you have to choose a gear per lap. But that's a different challenge for a different track. This one is just complete the MotoGP line on Austria. So it's going to be interesting to see how we're going to approach that.
It's currently IRT Leon who leads this race ahead of Dave and Mr. Chris are swapping places there as we head towards the final corner. And taking rules are off because obviously we can't have the rules on if we're going to take the MotoGP line. But Leon is well clear as DRS will be enabled on this lap. And let's see what's going to happen then as we head out to turn 1. DRS and all these cars. But here we are. Then let's see if they take the MotoGP line. It's Leon first.
Yes, there you go. We see 4 people taking it. 5 make that 5. So that's
there's a spinner. 5. It's a spinner. It's the Edge Chrisu who's gone for a spin into turn 3 as he double locked the rears up going towards that corner. So locked the rears up heavily and cost him. If actually stays in P3, so it doesn't really matter that one.
Yeah, I mean, some people still have to take it, but for some that are still in the DRS, like Leon, who had a big advantage going into being first, yeah, he will have a big advantage. Arguably we should have done one-shot qualifying, but that's just the way it is. Then maybe for next time we can do that. But so far, Leon is looking quite good.
Here we are towards the final two corners. Casper and Nick are swap places. Leon is in P6, right behind Frank. As we'll see, some of the guys might take the MotoGP line going into turn 2 and turn 3. Here we are at turn 1 then. Let's see who else takes the MotoGP line, as these guys are required to. Mr. Chris is going to go for it as we head towards turn 2.
Everyone's pretty much going for it.
Yeah, I think, yep, everybody's done it now. So going in towards turn 3 for these people. In fact, it's still the same corner, yeah, turn 2 and turn 3 because it's a fast left-hander, turn 2. still.
Yeah, yo, that was actually crazy. Like most people have taken it now, it's a very difficult corner to get right. I would have preferred to have the second part of the chicane be there, but yeah, that's just we have to adapt to it. And I've put it to a vote if people want to do a pit lane challenge or a what's it called? A alternative circuit challenge. But the fun in it is just how you approach the corner and if you're gonna stick in DRS. But now, since everyone has done it, it's just a drag race pretty much.
It is a
Also,
drag
you have
race with 3 laps
Leon
left to go.
track extending quite a bit, so he may get penalized as he's done a couple of track extending already. So, which will be reported. And again, he holds it to the line now, but if Leon goes track extending once again, you have to keep an eye on that. But there is the final one taking the alternative line. But if Leon does track extend again, then he may get penalized for track extending, because those rules are off, but if you're gonna track extend, then you may have to be penalized for it, although we don't want to be too strict with it, and we're just here for fun.
Yeah, as long as it's not too obvious. I mean, too obvious.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not. Oh, I think somebody just spun in the background there. They just went on the gravel, but I think they got away with it.
Exactly, I think it was Kenny or Slash who's run right there, but everyone's just ghosting inside each other right now, so it's going towards down to the final lap now. How we're gonna approach this.
Well, Frank's put himself into first, which means he'll be the DRS provider. As the guys will get the DRS off him as he fully extends the track.
I mean, if everyone's gonna track extend, then
Yeah, you can't report everybody if everyone's going to do it.
yeah. As we're going to the final lap right now, everyone pretty much track extending now like crazy.
Frank gets swallowed up on the straight. Here he is then. Frank will get the motor downwards as he's down to P4. As we head down towards turn 3, a few cars
Then.
off the circuit. Chris is off the circuit as Simon goes through. Mr. Chris stays in P1 as they go down towards turn 4. Simon now versus Leon as we head towards the braking zone, all inside each other as the yellow car goes deep and he rejoins in P6. I can't really tell who's who as the Skibbity Wheel is right behind Dead Dave. Look at this, the corner is speed some people have. Skibbity Wheel gets ahead of Simon up into P2. Look at this as well from Mr. I think IRT Simon who just went through. In fact, Mr. Chris gets the motor down to P4. This is really hard to tell who's who, as I haven't really studied the liveries, as Skibbity Wheel really cut the corners there. As we head towards the final corner, Leo goes a bit deep. Here comes Skibbity Wheel. When he gets him, Oh, I was so close there. He almost got him. Kenny gets the fast up the Grand Prix as the race has been done and dusted then. And your race winner is, I think it was Leon.
Yeah, it was. Leon has won somehow. Everyone has like track extended everywhere, so that was so tough to track with. But man, that was so funny. That was wow. That was glad to see, and hopefully people enjoyed it. So
I really wish that full chicane was there.
I hope so too, because that would have changed the outcome. Imagine if we did it without ghosting, then imagine if we did that. So because if we did ghosting off, then everyone would just collided with each other. So that this was the better outcome, unfortunately, or unfortunately, fortunately. But anyway, Leon has won, so I'm gonna quickly do the standings once again. If you can just scroll down to 15th, that would be great.
Alex the G. Who did it make the graphics there?
Alex the G. Yes. Leon will get 20 points, and then Phil only got P11, which is 10 points. So they still scored 30 points, which is massive for them. But we still have 3 rounds to go, which would make it rather exciting. Kenny finished P10. don't think Jeremy is here, and Dave as well. Dave finished P6 and P6 and P12, which will be 24 points, which is well done by both of them, I'd say. We go to Casper and Frank, who did quite well. Casper scored P7 and P9. It's decent again. P7, P9. It's 26 points.
What if I do a quick match? You wanted me to do quick match here, Steven. You wanted me to do that, but I can't do it, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's really tough to deal with, but yeah, it's also something I chose, and which is exciting at the same time, and I'll do it for the lads to have a fun experience. 19 points for Damien. The guys who are alone currently, so like we've got 14 people in right now. Can you check who has left the lobby? Quickly, whilst I'll do the points. Because the guys who are alone currently, they will get some sort of booster to make up the points. So it actually balances out.
So Jeremy and Dave, they're here. Dave, is he here? Dave? Then Dave's not here.
Has Dave left?
Yeah, Dave's left.
Then can you invite him back? Chris and Nick. Chris finished P5 and Nick finished P8, P5 and P8. That will be 29 points for them.
I want to say, guys, this is a flex. I just want to say that. I don't want to say it. But where is Dead Dave?
Now.
Where is Dead Dave?
I don't know.
Someone else just left as well. There's 14 of us here now.
I also need to calculate double points quickly for the people who have not done it yet.
Then Dave left because of his Wi-Fi.
Okay. That sucks. That sucks. Well, Dave, glad you have had you racing here. And hopefully you can make the next edition.
Yeah, next year, December.
Next year, December. Indeed, indeed.
That's if he's still alive.
I'll be alive, definitely. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Marley. Alex finished. I think Marley's not here anymore.
Yeah, Marley is not here anymore.
Alex finished P15. Let me check.
What Marley was one of the ghosts of the one of the ghosts, was he, in Scrooge? Or am I thinking about somebody else? Yeah, I just want to say like that's the main F1 commentator, the real life F1 commentator messaged me, so I'm really happy about that. Got me absolutely buzzing.
Alex finished P15, which is 6 points. 6 points will get multiplied since he was alone. And Slash and Chrisu is P4, P14. And that is 17 and 7. Then I need to calculate double points, then do the lobby. Okay, I'll do double points and then I'll settle the lobby quickly. Not them. I think it was. We got some more teams doing double points.
Well, Red Bull chose all of his second young drivers too early, that's my opinion. Yeah, I agree with that one. They chose Alex Albon very, very quickly, didn't they? After 11 races. Who was next? Yeah, Liam Lawson Perez. Not really, because he's been in F1 since 2011. Has Sergio Perez. Who else? Pierre Gasly got the call up as well. After Daniel Ricciardo announcing going towards Renault in 2019. Oh, that was his career killer. I dare say for Daniel Ricciardo. He should have stayed at Red Bull, but that's lovely hindsight. We all knew that it was a bad move going to Renault. McLaren may be maybe a good one. Like, well, obviously it's a good one because look where McLaren are now. But Daniel Ricciardo just couldn't adapt to that car. So it's a shame for Ricciardo because when he left McLaren, that's when McLaren started to really come on the rise. Even then, in 2023, they had a difficult season being knocked out in Q1. Can you believe it? Like being knocked out in Q1 in 2023, McLaren.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows how quickly you have to adapt to it. That's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna set up the lobby now, quickly.
McLaren was a bad car in 2023. Well, I say that. McLaren was a very bad car in 2023. Then when the Austrian Grand Prix came, the upgrades came. The car starts to get a lot better and better. Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri scored podiums. Then 2024, the Miami Grand Prix, McLaren got better and better. We could all argue about Lando Norris losing a lot of points. We all know Lando Norris bought the championship.
What?
I said Lando Norris bought the championship.
He bought the championship. Okay.
Bottled.
Bottled. Oh, okay. I definitely misunderstood that. I'm all over the place.
I've seemed to got a thing going around commentating with Dutch people. I've commentated with so many Dutch people. I even started my commentary career with a Dutch person, yogurt.
Goat. Okay, I'm gonna announce the points now and then set up the lobby quickly.
So while Stevan sets up the lobby and does the points, well done to him for doing all that. We're going to read out the rules for the next race in Zandvoort then. So, Christmas advent calendar. I hadn't had an advent calendar since I was a kid. Always wanted one, but unfortunately I can't get. Maybe next Christmas. But anyways, the first lap you could use any gears. At the start of the second lap, you must choose. So you're saying, Stevan, as soon as they cross the line on lap 2, they're going to go down to third, fourth, fifth, and sixth.
Exactly. They have to choose one of the gears that is I selected, so between third and sixth gear. They have to stick within that gear for the whole lap. So if you choose third gear for lap 2, you must stay in third gear for that lap. If you go to lap 3, then you can choose between fourth, fifth and sixth gear and stick within that gear for the whole lap. If that makes sense.
It does make sense. Don't cheat, obviously, and use other gears, because there's only 2 commentators. We don't have, we're not the FIA, we don't have all the cameras everywhere.
So, for me, it's very important just to have fun and keep on the challenge.
Respect the rules, guys, because I'm sure Steve had put a lot of hard work in to get this event up and running. For you guys to just disobey it will be disrespectful and a waste of Steve's time, so just please... I know it's competitive and you all want to win. At the same time, it's all about fun as well. It's nothing official. It's just a bit of fun towards the end of the year. And if you do cheat, then shame on you, really.
Exactly.
we're not gonna ask for all 14 of your footages and go through every single. That'd be a long time. So we're not gonna do that, obviously. But just make sure you don't do it. Just read the rules. I remember you should have done one of the rules where all the drivers have got to use all 5 tyre compounds. That would have been a good one. All 4 tyre compounds. Nope, 5. Yeah, 5.
Yeah, that was fun. Um,
Oh, you've already
Maybe
done it.
something for next year. Yeah, we did last year where we had to use 5 different compounds during a
Can
25% race.
That
So
was the
that was a
Canadian Grand Prix, I think.
that was Imola. You didn't participate in that version. That was the Easter Cup. If you check the Easter Cup back, you can see we did a challenge with many other drivers.
Of
So
course, for those people who know, I used to be a part of IRT. I still am, but as not as the team.
as a commentator,
No, I'm still part of the family.
Molly's trying to back in, but we're just gonna ready up. So damage off. I'm just gonna put in a ghost here.
And of course, the next race will be everyone's favourite Christmas film, Home Alone.
Yeah, what is your favorite Christmas movie?
Elf.
You reckon?
Elf.
Elf? Yes, I mean, if it's your favorite movie, then
I
it's
mean,
just the way it
I
is.
don't have a favorite movie, so I don't really have favorite movies. I don't have a favorite song. Don't really have any favorite anything. But I'd say if you had to make me choose a favorite film, a Christmas film, then Elf is up there because it's very funny. Maybe Home Alone. I don't really watch Christmas films. No, I don't really watch Christmas films. I'm not really a Christmas person. Oh, that sounds sad. That does sound sad.
That sounds really sad. Anyway, we're here now. We're past halfway now, so which is good. And we've got one of the tracks, which is basically a local sergeant challenge. Well suited to Williams after Zandvoort, which is just taking each other out, mayhem style, which can be fun to see. Who's most dirty?
Wait,
Suits well with this community, really.
I just read. I just read one of the challenges. It says if you DNS first, then you finish last. But if you DNF 15th, then you're fifth.
Exactly, that's the challenge for Las Vegas. But let's not confuse things. This is the gear challenge, the Christmas Advent challenge. So let's focus on that and then talk about it afterwards.
Once again, it's all about tactics here. How are you going to go about this? Like, what are you just going to just wing it and see what you do? See what happens? Just choose a gear, stick with it, and see what happens.
Are you gonna be a late bloomer or like gonna be quick on the beginning and then build it off? That's how I'm not sure how people are gonna approach it. That's what makes these challenges so much fun because you don't know how you're gonna approach this and you think what the best
A proper
what the
race.
best is.
We're underway for the Dutch GP as Xander Tatos goes into the lead, but Simon later the race goes into first place as Casper and Skibbity Reel are going side by side out of the corner. Skibbity Reel beats him, and now he's all over the back of him going down towards turn 3 as there's an orange car who's going through as well. That's Casper flying up into P2, but Skibbity Reel gets a better exit as he moves up into P2 ahead of Xander Tatos. It's really difficult, especially when I don't know the liveries and the ghosts inside each other. Who is who? But of course, many people love Zandvoort because they're Dutch. So a lot of people here are Dutch, some German, some Finnish, some Greek, and some Brits as well.
I mean, it's really balanced out because if you check how many Dutchies are actually like racing right now, it's I think three or four. It's like a quarter of the lobby. But and apart from that, not really much difference really. So, but anyway, we're going towards the end of the lap now, and people's gearbox are gonna start failing soon. Ed and Senna style. As we're entering now towards the start of the line here, or once the line has been, you must go down a certain gear, and everyone is going down to 6th. I know a couple of going down to 5th or 4th maybe, and you must stay in that gear for the whole lap.
Oops.
Which makes it hugely exciting, and I think everyone is doing 6th and just following each other, which would suck a bit, I have to be honest, but that's part of the challenge. Slash unfortunately has crashed out, but he could maybe catch up. Oh, Slash is actually going 4th gear. Kenny's gone 3rd, and De Krishu is cheating. He's in 7th gear, so he will be disqualified for the challenge. Damien is in 3rd gear. De Krishu is disqualified because he's using clearly unless it's desync. Is it?
It's not desync.
Gear?
He is the 7th. He is the 7th.
Yeah, that means he'll be disqualified. Everyone is holding their end of the bargain. And Slash, unfortunately, he is shifting gears, so at least he needs to be more aware of that he must stay in one gear for the whole lap.
Right, so here we are then. So I think the top 3 have gone for 6th gear, so the next one will be 5th or 4th gear. So here we are then. These guys are downshifting into 5th gear. The rest of them can upshift or downshift, whatever they want. Phil has gone into 3rd gear. Jeremy's gone into 3rd gear. So has Zantatos. So they'll be slow once again. But Zantatos upshifted to 5th. So a late call there for him. But he'll be much quicker now than Jeremy and Phil. So he'll move up 2 places easily. He can get towards Casper Flag. Casper Flag, Mr. Chris, and Nick are in 5th gear. So is Frank. I swear out some of these people change gears a bit too late.
I mean, yeah, it's very difficult to track, but for like 90% of the lap they have to do the gear in a certain corner, so some can catch up like at the end. You can clearly see the difference between the tracks now, because the leaders, they've all done the high gears first, but then the last 2 laps they are doing their slower gears, so the others will catch up, which will bring an element of strategy into it.
I remember.
You're used to shifting gears, so of course if you do it for a second, you cannot do much about that. But if you you have to adapt to it. And of course we saw Krisu cheat, which sucks because he used a 7th gear, so he's got a more faster lap in 1:13.2 here. Of course DRS is enabled now, but the leaders, they are having to use their low gears now, and the guys at the back, they have to do higher gears now, which means we'll go faster. So it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to play out.
It is, because the top 4 now are using 4th gear. So the top 4 have gone for the same strategy as each other. Maybe that's a party thing, they're party together. I don't know, because I don't think Nick and Casper Flag are that close to each other. So maybe not. But the guys at the back now will have the experience and luxury of using the higher gears. So ideally, you think they pull towards the top 4. The top 4 will be having to use 3rd gear on the last lap, which would be painful indeed. But will they be caught up to the guys right behind? It all depends, though. But Zantatos could be the one to watch towards the end. I don't know exactly what gear he has to use towards the end. Maybe he got to use 3rd gear too. But he's using 6th gear right now, and he should ideally catch. But in the slow speed corners, that's when it'll be painful for him, because these guys can get the throttle earlier, and plus he'll be bogged down in the low speed corners. So here we are. Towards the line they go. One more gear to use for these guys, and I think it's going to be 3rd gear. It is. So gear 3 will be used for everybody here, and Zantatos will have to use gear... What's he going to go down to? Gear 3 as well. So he's gone down to gear 3.
Wow, that makes it really interesting. All the leaders now in 3rd gear, but then we've got Krisu, unfortunately, he didn't use 3rd gear, so he'll be disqualified for the challenge. Which sucks. He'll catch up big time now, just on the straights. But then Leon, he's in 6th gear. He's only a couple of seconds behind these guys. And look, wait!
I think I've got some inside news here. Zantatos has been switching gears on this lap, so he was. I don't know if he's switching gears right now for some reason. So I think he could be disqualified. He went from 3rd to 4th like twice or 3 times, I think. So look at all these guys then at the back of the field who are catching up. And who is going to be towards the end? Look at this car going through right now. Who's that? That's Simon going through. Simon is up into P5. Leon is in 1st place ahead of Simon there, as the rest of the guys are trying to catch up. Skippity Real has gone into 6th gear as Mr. Chris has overtaken then. Skippity Real is in P5 right now, but here is Simon and Leon. Then they exit the corner together as Simon will come across the line to finish in 1st place in 5th gear ahead of Leon, and Skippity Wheel finishes in P3. I don't think a lot of people followed the rules, because I've seen a few people swapping gears on this lap.
This is really difficult to track, so where people really switched gears, it was really tough to deal with, but just taking this. So yeah, it was really difficult to track. We've got 1 disqualification, so unfortunately, so that's the way it is. We called one of them.
Wow.
Krisu has read the rule wrong, so he'll get 0 points, which sucks for him. But yeah, just the way it is. That's rules are rules. And Slash, I think, finished. If you go to the standings now, if you quickly, Salmon has won.
Apparently, then Dave's rabbit has bitten the cable for the Wi-Fi.
What happened?
His rabbit bit to the Wi-Fi cable.
No. Oh, that's horrific, actually. What the hell? That's actually crazy. Like, how does that even happen?
That's why I don't own a rabbit. I used to have a rabbit years and years ago.
Man.
So, Stephen, what's your thinking then? What was the best way to go about it in the first few laps in the lower gears, or maybe like I don't know. It's really hard that one because like
Yeah. There's not really a right way to do it. So,
was it go slow first to go fast later, or the other way around? I have no idea. Maybe some people were like from like sixth to fourth to fifth to third, or third to fifth, whatever. But yeah, but I did notice, Stephen, that a few drivers were swapping gears in the last
I
lap.
mean, it's difficult to track. Um, so, um, so yeah, there's only so much we can do about it. So yeah, for the people that did it wrong, yeah, I mean, you're not used to it, so I'm not gonna pay huge attention to it.
If it was Troy A, he auto gears would be on. Oh, Troy A.
Oh, Troy, oh yeah.
I race with him every Sunday, and he talks about auto gears all the time. He says, "Mate, I'm not used to these. I'm not used to these gears."
Yeah, it's crazy.
I said to Troy, turn off auto gears, mate, because manual gears is a lot better. And plus, you have more control of the car. You'll have like, I don't know. It's hard to explain to him, but after playing F1 for so many years, Troy can't get used to it.
I mean, yeah, I've done the switch, so I can't kill myself like a Limer of a auto gear. I'm manual gears, so Troy, get on my level.
The only thing I need to turn off is line. Then that's it.
Yeah, line, yeah, that's tough, but I won't play any more F1. That's the thing.
Not gonna lie, when I was in other esports teams before IRT, like I don't know, we were really competitive. Like I was really into the esports side, racing a lot with all these fast drivers and being so competitive. And I used to be into the esports side fully, always watching videos when the streams were up. But now I just don't care. I don't even watch any esports. I don't even watch any esports team anymore going into like these competitions. The only time I watch them is when I commentate them. If like, for example, CPI, OP, NLR, ETA, IRT, any of those teams or any team ask me, Indigo, can you do commentary for us? I'll say yes, and that's the only time I watch it because I don't really care no more about the esports side. I've got my own life basically, and I just don't pay attention. I'm not in the community anymore, but I'm still a commentator. I'm still a commentator.
P8 and P10 for the retired stroopwafel eaters. P8 and P10, that's... And they had double points as well, so they get 13 plus, yeah, it was 11 times 2 is 24
What?
times
Do you say 11 times 2 is 24?
no, 13 plus 11 is 24 and that times 2.
Oh,
So yeah, before we get any confusion, okay, Dave, did he race, and Jeremy, are they both, or Jeremy did P7?
Dave's not here.
Yeah, but so they get like 1.6 times points or something, to make up for the deficit of their teammates not being here. P7. Get 14 points.
Damien says. Let me just get a comment up. Ask Stevan if you can read my Discord thread. I think you meant thread. Sorry, Damien.
I'm doing the points, so currently, my apologies.
Do you want
He
me to
probably
read it?
means double points, I think. Let me check now. Points are done now. Okay, here we go. Yeah.
Damien, I'm so sorry, mate. I'm so sorry. That was just a joke. So while Stevan does the standards, I'll read you out the rules then for the next race. If I can find it. For some reason, it won't let me read the rules. Oh, they're gone, Stevan, for me. Let me just refresh my Discord.
Oh, they're not gone, I can guarantee that.
There we go then. So Home Alone challenge. Standard damage, ghosting off. If you DNF first, then you finish last, and if you DNF 15th, then you finish 5th. So you want to be the last to DNF, am I right, Stevan?
Yes, you want to be last to DNF, basically, so it's gonna be chaos. Everyone's gonna try to...
Well, for bottles like Nick, it's gonna be difficult to DNF last. This next challenge is going to be quite interesting then because ghosted is off. That means people can crash each other out. But at the same time, you be very careful how you approach it because you want to take people out, but at the same time, don't take yourself out. So, who's gonna win the who's
Jackbox?
Jackbox? Who's gonna win the jackpot in this?
Jackbox. I mean, I'm not sure how this is gonna end up, really. So let me do the settings now.
When I was in the Cone Cup, Steve, whenever
Yeah.
there was a challenge, people taking each other out. People always aim for me first. I was always the targeted one.
Easy target, yeah.
Yeah, because they know my reaction would be so bad.
Standard collisions on, offer grieving disabled. First lap damage rate. And Jamie, we have to really track who DNFs first. So this
Yeah.
is really difficult to track.
No, I mean
So
like Steven, when people
Yeah.
DNF first, they'll tell you who DNF first. Like they'll fall down to the bottom, won't they? It goes in order who DNFs, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. That helps. That helps big time. So I'll double check it and stuff. But yeah, I think rules were off, ghosting is off, collisions on standard. So yeah, I think we're good to go.
Thank you everybody for sticking with us in the comment section. Appreciate all your comments. Keep them coming. Like and subscribe to the IRT channel. Of course, we used to do a lot of events for the IRT challenges back then when I was the main commentator. I absolutely loved it as well. Wish I could do it all again, but yeah, it's really hard to organise it these days. All the commentary came from me. The most views ever on this channel was 330. That was because the IRT esports event for round 1 in Belgium. That was with me and Bompia who did that. And what an event that was. Can't believe it was like over a year ago. It feels weird that Perez is going because it don't feel like Perez got a proper sense of, does it? He's just gone. That's it. Just gone now, you know what I mean? So I do feel sorry for Sergio Perez. It'll feel weird without him. He just haven't got a seat anymore. He's gone like that.
But this challenge is nearly coming to an end because this is the 5th round already, and we're going to the 6th round after this. So
Is Stevan ready?
Am I ready? Absolutely not, because it's gonna be absolute chaos to track.
So here we go then. This race is all about DNFing last. But the question is, who will DNF first? Who will cause the chain reaction? And who will be the survivors here in Vegas?
Yeah.
Las Vegas Grand Prix, of course, won by George Russell this season after a great job at Mercedes. Lewis Hamilton from 10th to 2nd place. And Max Verstappen becoming the 4-time world champion in Las Vegas. What a fantastic drive that was for Verstappen, of course, winning the championship after a difficult season. He said he spent a season, the mid-season, in suspense after a difficult few races with the car not being up to date. The car struggling, but the main thing is that Verstappen showed he's a 4-time world champion by defending from his rivals when others made mistakes of their own accord or strategy or team-wise. He managed to keep it all together. And the points loss deficit wasn't even that huge after Miami, because Verstappen only lost about 50 points, which wasn't bad at all. Not exactly 50 points, but over 50 points it was, because I think the gap between Verstappen and Norris in Miami was like 60-something points, and the gap between Verstappen and Norris like 40-something. But yeah, Verstappen did a really good job of clinging on to the Drivers' Championship mid-season. It was all about defence for Verstappen this time mid-season. And here are the lights then, 3, 4, 5 lights, and we're going to be underway as a few people have jumped the start then. People starting in last place, I dare say, are safe as we head down towards turn 1. Who is going to try and dare take each other out? Who's going to be the first one to cause all of the reactions? There are a few people going off the track to avoid each other.
Some people going backwards. I probably should have this as a 5-lap race, but here we go. How are people gonna approach this? That's it.
First attempt was Kenny and Casper Flag, but I think Casper Flag failed to get him.
It's gonna be the Logan Sargent special here, as people are gonna try to straight line each other and just take each other out and make it absolutely chaos.
Jeremy and Zalatellis are going at each other. They just crashed into each other, but they haven't. They've lost their end plates early. Frank's there in the middle as well. We know Frank looks a good smash now and then, but Alex the G is now ahead of. Where is he? There's some people who lost a bit of end plate damage too, with Chrisu, who's lost his end plate on the right hand side or left hand side, and Alex the G is right behind him. Frank is ahead of Jeremy. No one's retired just yet though, so they're all playing it safe. But what about the guys at the back? Look at them lurking around waiting.
It's gonna be interesting. And Jeremy is the first of DNF, so Jeremy's gonna get let's say 5 points because he's 15th. So let me quickly add that right away. Jeremy gets 5 points, so that's the first one to DNF from this chaotic challenge. I would have expected more chaos from the field here.
Slash Slash just went over or under Simon's car, but that was a bit of a lag there between those guys. All three of them stopping on the track, not even overtaking Jeremy's retired car yet, these three. As Nick says, fast up the Grand Prix, but he's got Chris right behind, so he needs to keep an eye on what are all these guys going to do as they head down towards turn 1. Nick has got a broken end plate, and we'll see how those guys are going to work it out between amongst themselves as Slash spins the car around again. Casper Flack and Frank are scrapping away there with Skippity Reel right behind too. Skippity Reel is going the other way around, I think. He is. As Nick has been demoted into P3. There's a smash, and that is Chrisu who's facing the wrong way round. Mr. Chris and Nick are swapping places. They go very slowly. Oh, he's done it! He's done it! Chrisu has taken out Alex the G. What a crash there! A great crash there as Alex the G becomes the second one to retire.
Oh dear, what a disaster for him. Oh dear.
His Skippity Reel has crashed by himself, I think. No, he's taken. Oh, there's 3 cars gone. There's 3 of them gone now.
Who DNF first? I think was
Jeremy.
Yeah. No, Jeremy is already gone, and it was Casper then, and it was actually first Damien, and then.
Looks like Jeremy don't understand the rules. He's just put "What is this?" in the chat.
And then Kenny has DNF'd, so Kenny is out. Casper is DNF after him. Casper 8 points. Kenny will get 9. Kenny, 9 points. So this challenge is about to spice up now.
Jeremy, this challenge is all
He,
about taking each other out, mate.
he does understand, but some have gone faster. As we see, some people reversing on the track.
That was a great crash there from whoever that was. Leo's in the wall. He's taken out. Someone's taken out. They've taken out Chrissy. They've taken out Chrissu.
What a strategy so far from the lads.
Oh, Leon's done it. Leon's taken out Nick. That was a good smash as well. Good one there from Nick. He just reversed into his tyre and took him out.
Oh my god, what mayhem are we seeing here? Nick 11. Did we have someone else DNF? No, so it means there's only 7 cars left in the field. Including some have still got the entire team, I think. Yeah, Simon and Thanos have got their whole team still available, and same for Leon and Phil. So 2 teams still complete very much.
Look at this going down towards turn 1 there. Looks like Simon might be in trouble. I didn't know this is so important for them, says Jeremy. Oh, Phil almost went up the inside there. The door almost got slammed into his face in turn 3. It looks so weird, Vegas. Well, I don't know why I say that, because it's obviously normally daytime for them. That sounds like a weird thing to say. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, it's daytime, so it's of course a night race usually, but
yeah, that's what I mean.
Daytime, so
it looks so weird in daytime.
There's still 7 cars left, and hopefully more can DNF soon now and speed up this process.
It's so weird. It's so weird to say, oh, these 2 are going backwards. I think it's Leon and Phil. No, it's Simon and Phil. These 2 are going backwards. Are they going to take out? Who are they going to take out? Here we are. As Frank and Zatitanos can see him coming, but I think they failed on that occasion. Zatitanos is aware. Look at him. He's parked right in front of, I think it's Phil. And he's reversing backwards into Frank. Oh, that was so close there. Almost took him out. Frank gets going once again. He escapes those 2. Zatitanos avoids the car going backwards off Simon. I think that's Simon anyway. Let's get so confused from time to time. It's Phil. It's Phil. IRT Leon is by himself out there.
I don't know what's going on. This is crazy. Like how people are approaching this. Some are taking their normal line still, and some are going really slowly. That's about each other. It's Phil's out.
Yeah.
Phil has been eliminated from the challenge right here.
Phil took himself out, by the way. He tried to take out Slash, but took himself out.
That is hilarious. So that means...
Here we go, and Slash has taken out Zatitanos. Good one there from Slash.
Slash has got muscles. Here we go.
He's literally slashed him up.
Yeah, he slashed him up, man. It's crazy what is going on, and brake checking happening in front of everyone here. This is chaotic, to say the least.
Simon and Leon, take each other out. Leon's taking Frank out. Frank has slowed down as they're just waiting and waited. Here they are, trying to find an opportunity to take each other out. There's 3 cars together, and the other 2, and that was so close. The Slash almost in the wall with Simon there. Oh, these are so confusing, by the way. Where people are right now, because some people are backmarkers in different places.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. It's all about who DNFs at a certain time.
But I get confused. I get confused who's who. That's the thing, though. So there's 3 of them together there, and that is Mr. Chris, Simon, and Slash together. Slash goes through on Mr. Chris and Simon. And Mr. Chris is right behind Simon. Then these 2 right behind each other. 1st and 9th place are together. I think 2 of them are on their own so far. This is taking longer than I thought it would. There's 4 laps being completed in this race.
That's actually chaotic. Well, whilst I'm doing it, I can do some of the
Oh.
standings already.
Mr. Chris got put in a wall there by Simon. Leon has stayed stationary rather in a bizarre place. And he's reversing, he's done it!
Oh.
He's done it! He's taken out Slash. Oh, what a great, I never thought I'd say this.
What a great demolition, say the
Yeah,
least.
what a good crash there. Never thought I'd say that on stream.
Oh dear, yeah, I can't believe you actually said that. Oh my god.
So, Simon, Leon, there's 4 left to go. 2 in different places, 2 on the same road as each other, trying to find a way to take each other out. Frank will be joining this party soon, but it's Simon versus Chris. Simon's trying to reverse into Chris, but he reverses into the wall instead. Frank will be joining this party soon.
Oh really?
There he is, then Frank just crawling onto the back of these 2, trying to find a way to tie. This is really weird to compensate, by the way, like trying to crash somebody out.
Yeah, all of them are now on the back straight, so...
Except one, I think.
Except one, and Leon should be catching up any moment now, because they're going so slow.
Leon's retired by himself.
Leon has messed up himself, so that means he will score 17 points. Let me quickly add that.
It begins right now. Frank, Simon, and the top 3 are left to see who will take each other out. Leon says no. He's very disappointed with that one. Don't know how that happened, but Simon and Mr. Chris and Simon are going side by side. Here we are. Oh, Chris almost did it. He just broke his wing. And Frank has been smashed into by Simon. Frank got smashed into twice by 2 different people. Can't be bullied by that. Oh!
Wait, somehow I see a front wing of Frank on Chris's car. So I'm not sure how drivers are actually gonna approach this. So
Frank avoided being smashed into by 2 people. And they smashed into themselves. Look at this, look at this. Oh, yes. He's done! He's done!
Frank is out. Frank is out.
Simon versus Mr. Chris then. These 2 are left to take each other out. Who will win this race by smashing the other out? Will Mr. Chris win? Will Simon get it? Who will be best at Demolition Derby? What are they going to do? How are they going to put each other out of this Grand Prix? Both reversing down the Las Vegas Strip. 1.8 kilometer strip. Looks lovely in the night time. It looks weird in the daytime. But Simon's like done a 180 and smashed into him, but not able to take him out. Gonna try again. Oh, he's done it! Mr. Chris has sideswiped into him and he's done it. He's taken him out.
We've got a winner. Which means
Chris is the winner.
he's got a DNF now, and he has done it. And he's not done yet somehow.
How on
there, fella?
The graphics of this game, the physics of this game is really weird because I've seen slow speed crashes where people are out, and that was a high speed crash.
Yeah, we tested those people properly, but somehow they didn't DNF into that corner. So
it's been a great event so far. This stream has gone on for 2 hours now, hasn't it? Or an hour and a half.
Yeah, this has taken it has taken a lot longer than I expected. I thought it would be an hour and 15 minutes. So yeah. Unfortunately, Damien has to go. So Damien, thank you for participating. Your team couldn't complete it fully, but it was still very funny to say the least. But now we're going towards a different challenge. Let me quickly count up the points. Uh, uh, so, quickly. Wait, I forgot to add the points from last round. Did I? Oh, I didn't even announce that. Whoopsie, that will do round 5 then. Oh, that was great. Standings after round 5. I didn't even announce that round 4. That was simply lovely. Anyway, we're going to the final round now. Thankfully, we've got standings done already due to everyone taking a bit longer. This this going to be a bit different as well, as this will be cockpit only, Jamie. And people have to guess a certain timing within a 3-lap race. Oh, not casual.
Am I allowed to say it?
Yeah, the time you're allowed to say. Everyone knows the time already,
Oh.
which is, I'll say it myself quickly, 5:54.729. And whoever is close to that time wins. And whoever is furthest away gets like 4 points.
That's
If that maths.
a very weird number to add.
Exactly, that's why we picked it.
That's a very weird number.
It's only gonna be 3 laps, 3-lap race. Grid will be random.
So, Stephen, shall I, as soon as the light go out, start a timer and see who's the closest?
I mean, we can see the time, but they can't. That's the difference.
We can see the time.
We can see the timer because, yeah, we
How?
can see the timer
On where? Where do you see it?
on the stream. We can see it on the stream. We can see when someone is like, how many seconds and minutes is doing, like top right, because it's a race. We can see that, but they can't. We have to be careful with that. Let's hide that. You can actually start a timer and hide it, because otherwise people will steal the stream. So, yeah.
The thing is, though, the stream is delayed by 30 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Weekend structure. Yeah, I think we're all good. Graphic setting.
What made my day today, Steve, was Alex Jakes, the Formula One commentator.
Glad.
Of course, used to be the voice of F2, but graduated towards F1 and became the main commentator since then. This will be the last race, won't it, Stephen?
This is the final race.
I can finally go to bed after this race. I've got work the next day, which will be Christmas Eve. You looking forward to Christmas, Stephen?
Yes and no, really. Oh, I've not done that. Okay, okay. Uh, 36. Oops, yeah, I've done it wrong. Points 81, 48, 100, 140.
did you know what's funny, Steve? I even dissed Sky Sports F1 as well, and he still responded.
Oh wow. You should be a main commentator actually, Jamie.
Nah.
Can you see if everyone has done a like a wink in the chat or?
It was, sorry. Sorry, Steve, what do you want me to do?
If everyone has a HUD off for the race, so.
As everyone's saying it, Steve, man.
No, never mind, never mind. It's fine.
Leon crashed because he forgot he had no wing. I want to go to bed, Steve, and so I want to get this race done.
Yeah. Let's ready up now.
Don't use a timer, please. Yeah, Steve, and how
I've
are
seen
people?
some people recommend it, so don't do it, don't be boring. Just don't do it.
Obviously, like we can't like make people live stream their phone, whatever. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. That's just pretty much impossible.
we can't really tell. We can't really like tell who's
Yeah, exactly.
If I was gonna challenge, if I was gonna cheat at a challenge, it would be this one because how was people gonna know? I timed it. Sorry. But I'll start a timer when the race starts. I obviously won't live stream it, but you're not gonna know anyway.
Good.
So let me get my phone up and my. How did you? I didn't even know how to start a timer on this. Oh, it's a stopwatch, not a start timer. Here we are then for the British Grand Prix, and this one is all about getting close to the timer as possible, which is set by Stevan, as it is a 5 minutes 54 second .729. Damage is off. It's a 3-lap race, cockpit cam only, and ghosting is
Oh,
on.
I've not. Oh no, I think the settings wrong. Oh no.
Classic.
Oh,
The British GP that's
damage is
been
on.
around.
Oh god, I forgot to turn off damage. I was rushing into it. If everyone's reading, just don't take each other out. Oh man. Damn.
So
Yeah,
there are the lights. Then we're about to go away for the British Grand Prix. Let me start the siren. There we go, and we are underway for the British Grand Prix. Then as Phil gets a good start off the line ahead of Santo Tetos in P2. Chris moves up into P. There's a few people slowing down, and there's damage. There's damage. Looks like some people don't understand that Ghosted is on off. Sorry.
retire.
I don't think some people want. I think some people are gonna keep going. Yeah, I think people are retiring, so people are gonna retire, and we're gonna have a lobby restart.
Yeah, we only have to retire, then have to turn the rules off. Damn, that was my
So
bad.
I stopped the time at 45 seconds exactly.
Yeah, so the rules need damage needs to be off and ghosting needs to be on because otherwise everyone can take each other out, and that's not good. Oh, I hope he's gonna retire because otherwise he ain't.
Come on, Jeremy.
We're waiting for you.
Come on, Jeremiah. Retire. Jeremiah.
Jeremiah, that's from a certain series. I can recall. Oh, he's drifting to be fair, it's quite nicely.
It's
I don't
awesome.
think he can read Discord.
Well, I think you should get the gist that if everybody's retired, show should hear you.
Yeah.
Come on, Jeremy. Someone tell him to retire, please. Someone's spamming with messages.
We've spammed him already.
Spamming on his PS messages.
No, he's on PC. That's the
Oh,
worst part.
please.
He probably can't even hear it.
Come on, Jeremy.
I don't want to make a new lobby as well. Oh my word.
Bro, don't tell me this man's going to complete a whole lap and then retire. Probably get some practice in. That's 2 minutes and 43 seconds wasted. Jeremy, there's always that one person. You know that one person.
Make a new lobby.
Yeah, there's always that one person. Always one person that doesn't follow the rules or understand.
I'll make a new lobby quickly.
Where is my invite? Says Mr. Pike.
Where's my invite? I literally tagged everyone. That's a... This is a IRT Cup, which I tagged everyone for, but you couldn't make it, so tough luck.
He's retired. Jeremy's retired.
I left now, so
Godverdomme, jongen.
Jamie, if you can invite me, then we can. Then you have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
do the rules.
I
Make
have
sure to turn on ghosting and turn damage off.
I really hope that everybody else stayed in the session. Tell them to
Can
stay in
you
the session.
invite me, please?
Yeah, when we're back to the lobby, I will. Tell them to stay in the session. Kurwa.
Can you invite me, please?
Yeah, once back in the lobby, mate.
Wait, you making a new one?
No, once I'm back in the thing. Sorry.
Wait, so did you leave or not?
No, I'm in the results section, Steven.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah.
Can you? Oh, you have to wait for. Oh, it's probably glitched. I'll set it up. Don't worry. Where are you? Join my lobby. This has been a bit more chaotic than I want to, but I will. Part of it. Simulation. If only I didn't forget. So.
This stream has been going for 2 hours, Steven.
Yeah, but we did start like 20 minutes later, and we had to do other stuff as well. So.
I can't believe how long it's gone on for.
Yeah, but, too long. Too long.
What's just happened to me? I have no idea.
You've been invited, Jamie, so join me.
I'll join right now. Oh, I pressed the wrong thing.
Jamie!
I'm going myself.
I didn't mean to join this party.
Can you repeat the question?
Type shit.
Sorry about that, Steven. I joined the IRT party by mistake.
Oh yeah. He's in. He's in. Who are we missing?
About 5 drivers.
Can you invite Chris?
Which one?
Mr. Chris.
Of course I can. Of course I can.
Please do. Please say ghosting is on. Please say ghosting is on. We've got 9 people. Who are we missing?
Who are we missing? I think Nick is missing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there's Chris.
Stash had to leave, he said.
Oh okay, yeah, it day very long, so. So we should have 12, basically.
Yeah, I think we're just missing one more person, then we can get back to it.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna get it going, and then. I can see ghosting again. What's the rule for that? Ghosting. Structure. Assist. I think it's simulation settings, right? For ghosting, or. Do you know where to find that setting again?
Like, where, sorry?
Ghosting.
No, mate, I don't. I don't. I've never really hosted a session before, so sorry. It should be rules, should it? It should be rules. It's not rules. Where could it be? Lobby options. It could be in that. Nope. I miss the old games where it used to be a lot simpler making lobbies.
Yeah, this is very difficult.
Where is it, actually? That's a good question.
Can you invite that echte Krisu in, please?
Who? Who do you want me to invite?
There you go, Casper.
Casper?
Casper's now in, and
Oh, I've invited the Greek one in.
he's already in.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's in, he's in, he's in, he's in.
I can't see him. Who did I just invite then? who did I just
invite some random fella?
what about De Echt? De Echt, that's him.
Yeah, get him in, get him in.
Yeah, I have. I've invited him.
Good.
That was the one I invited. De Echte.
Bloody hell.
I can't miss my Austrian friend.
I can't lie, even Ace can do a better job than this. What a mess. What a mess.
It's Steven, it's your first time in this game, your first ever time in this F1 game.
Exactly, legit my first time playing F1 this year.
You must be the only person I've ever game shared with.
Love it. Love it. I can't lie, I didn't expect for it to be that long. I thought like 6 races is gonna be alright, but like all the having to do the standings at the same time, it took ridiculously long.
I think you should have done the standings after the race, mate, to be all honesty.
Okay, we can start. There you go.
Yeah, I think you should have done the standings after the race.
Yeah, but then it takes fucking ages as well.
Sorry about the language on the stream, guys.
We can go. Just go. Oh, I'm not even. Already.
Did one person just disappear? Not two. Two of them just disappeared. Where is Actor?
He's not in yet. I'm just gonna say ready up, go. I don't know why you would leave.
Their loss.
Our gain.
Wait.
I just want to get it over with, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. I want this race done and dusted.
Ghosting may not be on, but oh well.
Not gonna lie, Steve Allen, it's been a pleasure serving these 2 hours with you.
Yeah, it's been something to say the least. And hold on, let me check. I didn't even check weather, so it could have been raining as well. Oh my, I've been all over the place.
You're lucky.
Can't I doing standings and setting up the lobby at the same time is not the one. That's something I'm definitely gonna change for next year.
You're lucky, Steve Allen. Look at the weather right now. It's on the brink of like pissing it down.
Yeah, proper British weather.
Yep, the British weather you'll see. The British weather I experience all the time as a Brit. I'm sure Leon would understand as well. being in Britain, or what, England, sorry. Don't know why I said that. Here we are then, finally, for this race. I need to get my time real quickly. Oh, fuck. But we got underway, and I didn't get the timer. Yeah. I ruined that one. Ruined that one.
Lovely.
Anyways, as we head down towards turn 3 right now, with a few people lock up on the inside, and Leo goes very deep in the corner as Nick goes up into P3. Lovely moves from Nick, even though they are ghosted, but great moves from Nick there up into P3, ahead of 2 cars in the first few laps of the Grand Prix. He's gained about 5 places, as Leon has overtaken Chris, goes up into P4. So, let's see then who has the best accuracy and who has the right timing. Which one of these drivers will be the closest towards the time we said? How long does it take as well to complete one lap around here? 1 minute and 30 seconds? Well, plus the start of the Grand Prix as well. So we'll see. I don't really know what the exact time is, but I think they should be able to complete it under 5 minutes, especially for a 3-lap race.
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna be very tough with how things are gonna end off, and especially at the end. Are you gonna slow in the beginning? Are you gonna push at the end? Like, that's gonna be all strategy from here on out.
Have people got the right timers in their heads? Because look at this, they're going very slowly now. So is it like what Steve had said? Very slowly at the beginning and go towards full beans at the end. Look at this then. So it took 1 minute and 40 seconds for the first lap. So, yeah, this could be very interesting indeed. I can't wait to see, because I've got the timer up, but I'm delayed by 10 seconds. So my timer is up on my phone. Jeremy looks like he's taking this a different approach. Other guys are pushing, and he is spinning in the background. He did a full 360 in the very back, in last place.
What could have happened is just that he just went going and then, or like went very slow and then do push laps, so he knows what the timer is, which is a great strategy, to be fair.
There we are then, through course we go. Flat out corner nowadays in Formula 1. My timer is very interesting, but there's one more lap left to go. So it looks like some of these guys on the last lap really have to slow down if they want to get close or accurate to the 5 minutes and 54-second time. Jeremy at the back, though, could be pushing towards the very end, maybe slow down even more in this lap, but push hard towards the end. And Casper now ahead of Chris, as we almost start the last lap with Zante in first place. So we'll see then what he's going to do in the last lap, because there's still a lot of time to go. I'm going to mention how long, of course, but there's a long time to go on the last lap. And usually around Silverstone, it takes about 1 minute and 30 seconds to do, maybe less than that, to do a fly lap around here in the full race conditions.
Yeah, exactly. So it's fairly tough for how it is, and some are pushing quite hard and some are going slower, and that's the interesting part about it. Like, some people are going really, really slow. The fun thing is, if the Zanet laps them, then actually that won't happen because they're in the final sector already. But if he did lap them, for example, then
That'd be funny.
Then they can't finish the challenge.
It looks like Zante is pushing, but he will not win, I don't think, this challenge, because...
Yeah, he's going to be the furthest away, because you need to get 5:54. And he's not slowing down whatsoever. Yeah, he's pushing.
So, Stephen, how are you going to determine... In fact, never mind. I'm not going to ask that question, because they'll tell you the race results, won't it, afterwards, because they're full race time.
Exactly. Yep.
We don't have to worry about that one. So here is Zante then, who is coming towards Stowe. He will win the race, but not the challenge. So we'll see then. I've got a timer up, but I think it's like 10 seconds behind after I got it up very late, maybe more than that. So it's not really accurate, my timer. But here comes Zante. he will slow down all the way to the end.
Oh, he's gonna do. Yeah, he's gonna wait. Oh, we thought he forgot about the challenge, but he is doing a. Wait, he's already celebrating.
I'll tell you what, though, we're in the 5-minute mark. I'll tell you that right now. So we'll see then who has got this spot on, who has timed this to perfection, who has got the rhyme, who is a mathematic. I think I'd fail this challenge because I don't know how to calculate things properly.
That someone has been disqualified.
Oh
he went
dear.
too slow. Oh no.
So
he failed the challenge.
He wasn't able to go slow enough. So yeah, he's done. He's out of the race. His challenge has been
Done.
Yeah.
Here we go. There it comes.
Here comes the pack then, and we'll see who is gonna get close to the challenge. It should be around about now. Around about now, these guys should cross the line if they didn't hear in the stream. But here we are then.
Jeremy is finished.
The race has been done.
But who is closest? We're gonna see now.
I'm gonna say
5:54.
Casper Flack. I'm gonna say him. No, I don't know. But we'll see. 5:54. I think I'm gonna go with Casper Flack, my Dutchman.
I think he may have got it spot on.
Here comes the results then.
I think it's Simon actually. Yes, Simon. Simon is closest. Because Simon's done. Wait, 5:54. No, wait. Hold up. 2 seconds.
Nick?
No, definitely not Nick. On.
Or is it Phil?
Ooh, we're gonna have to calculations here.
I can't really figure it out properly.
Oh dear. I'll get a timer on. You just finish it, and I'll just calculate it.
So that was the end of the British GP. The main goal was to aim for the time of 5 minutes and 54 seconds. Jeremy got 5:51, but obviously he won the race, so he was the closest. But it's really hard to tell who. It could be Phil in P4. I think it's Phil who won the challenge. Yeah, it got to be Phil, surely. It can't be Nick, because he would have done 52.8, wouldn't he? 52.89. Nick, Phil is like 2 seconds behind, 2.8 seconds behind, so it's Phil, I think, who won the challenge.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. Let me calculate it. Who's closest? Okay, so you can finish off the stream, by the way, Jamie. I'll just calculate it and finish it.
So the version 3 of Winter Cup is done and dusted with 6 races, 6 challenges, and they all have been very competitive, very fun to watch, very entertaining indeed. My favourite challenge personally was the one in Las Vegas. But this challenge is done and dusted. Thank you very much for everybody for tuning in. The Winter Cup is done and dusted. Have an amazing Christmas and a happy New Year. And we might be back for the Easter Cup. Stevan, you got any final words before we end the stream off?
It was a rather interesting cup once again, with many different challenges, and many. I hope people enjoyed the challenges. For me, I think it was a bit chaotic because we were just us two, and me trying to do the maths, and the lobby at the same time was difficult, and it took a lot of time to actually do. So that could have been better, but overall I really had a good laugh with it, with especially the Monza session I found really funny. So
You found the Monza one funny?
yeah.
That's an interesting one. But anyways, that's it, done and dusted. I have been Indigo. Alongside me has been Stevan, your commentators for tonight's challenge, and we'll see you all maybe in Easter for the next Winter Cup for version 4. See you all later. Have a good night, have a good Christmas, and a happy New Year. That's us done for today.
Bye bye.